Yeah, you can continue, Balakrishnan.
So it's what two quotes was told. One was that is it is an education. It's an educational, emotional, and mental process, and
Hmm.
uh, uh, and then the finance in term for the business purposes, like two capitals are there. One is working capital, which is needed for day-to-day expenses, and
Okay,
another thing
that's
is
okay. Good.
the
Yeah, yes.
capital. Uh,
And I'm
and
also
then
talking. Okay, Balakrishnan. Excellent, Balakrishnan. Thank you so much.
yeah, okay, sir.
And I'm also telling to you about what is financial account test. We are talking about the income statement and we are talking about the balance sheet. And I told you that asset is what you own, the liability is what you owe. But you all would have heard about something called accounts, and you all should have heard about something called finance. But you should know the basic difference between this both, accounting and finance. Some people may say, sir, accounting and finance can be same. No, not at all, not really. It also has few differences or it has few points that distinguish the accounting from finance. I'm just going to start sharing the slides. Yeah, till this we have seen. Okay, now you can see accounting and finance. So the basic definition that distinguish accounting and finances. And accounting is mainly done to reveal the profit and loss through the income statement and the financial position through balance sheet. Suppose you go to the doctor touches your pulse and say, what is your problem? Like that, when you look at the company's balance sheet, you know where the company is standing. I also told you that it has to go through some comparison. So you go to the bank and ask for the loan. The first thing they ask you, give me your last year's financial statements. When I say financial statements, it can be both income statement and the balance sheet. The income statement is nothing but income minus the expenses, or your expenses minus the income, or income minus expense. When your income is more and your expense is less, it is surplus, which we call profit. When your income is less and your expenses are more, we call deficit, which is a loss. That is what the actual definition of accounting. But what is financing? It is an art of managing money and its investment. And you try to invest in such a way that you're going to reap the maximum potential return. So you put the investment in some places, or some investment, different types of investment is there where you'll be able to get the maximum or reap the maximum potential return. Approach is backward looking, backward, the traditional, the historical method, whereas finance is always futuristic and forward looking. What do you want to do in the next 2 years? What do you want to do in the next 3 years? What do you want to do in the next 5 years? That is what the finance is. Accounting responsibility is like paying the tax. Once you started earning, once the company started making more profit, you are liable, you have to become a tax assessee. Whereas finance, you try to create some value for the investors. Now, what is the skill set? It is done through some procedures. It is purely a rule based. Accounting system has to be applied, whereas here it is purely research oriented. It is out of box thinking. What do you mean by out of box thinking? Anyone can give me the meaning of this? What do you mean by out of box thinking? What do you mean by out of box thinking?
Coming up with a thought that's usually original and non-conventional.
Okay. Can you give me the other meaning for out of the box thinking? It is a divergent thinking, thought process,
Exceeding the boundaries.
exceeding the boundaries. Can you give me one example? Give me an out-of-box thinking example. One simple example I'll tell you. Work backwards. Turn it upside down. Okay. Are you clear or not? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is what we mean out of box thinking. So what happens in finances? You think something more. And this, then we can say it is all profit and the result driven. Then coming to the subject proficiency, you learn a lot of auditing. I told what is auditing. Auditing is mainly done to see the true and fair view to detect the prevent the error and fraud. Like you go for a gap, generally accepted accounting principle, international financial reporting standards. You learn management accounting, which we call decision making. Then you talk about cost accounting. You estimate the cost. Suppose what you learn in cost accounting is I'm going to make this pen. Suppose this pen costs you 10 rupees. I'm asking you, okay, I want to ask you again. Suppose, Dumal, can you unmute, please? Yeah. So suppose I'm going to make this pen. Suppose this pen cost me 10 rupees. Now, Tanvi,
Yes, sir.
can you give me a breakup of this 10 rupees?
Like the ink would cost a certain amount, then the plastic for the.
You forget all that. You forget all that, Tanvi. The total cost comes to 10 rupees. What is the breakup?
Components, and then I mean we would possibly increase the price. Like after the raw materials, we would increase the price while selling it.
Okay, Tanvi, I'll put it like this. Material cost, 5 rupees. Labor cost, 3 rupees. Other expenses, 2 rupees. Okay, Tanvi,
Yes, sir.
this is what you learned in cost accounting, determining the cost of the product. Material costs 5 rupees, labor cost 4 rupees, 3 rupees, and other expenses 2 rupees. This is how you have to give the breakup. See, you said some making plastic and all. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That all will become a raw materials.
Mm-hmm.
So this is somebody ask you, how do you break up the cost? This is of material, labor, and other expense. The other expense, we also call it as a overheads. It is an indirect expense, which are not directly connected to your production, whereas material labors are directly connected to their expense, so we call it as a direct expense. Are you clear? So like this, you learn in the accounting, whereas coming to the finance, you learn about all the market, stock market, all that. What is the outcome of the statement? And you prepare the income statement, you prepare the balance sheet, and you do the depreciation, any fall in the value of asset. Then you prepare a budget. Budget is the estimate for the future with an income and expenditure you make. Then finance, you are going to learn all more like investment, financing, and dividend decision. And the objective is of the accounting is to know the profit or loss, or to know the financial position. To know the profit or loss, you prepare the income statement. To know the finance position, you prepare the balance sheet. Whereas the main objective of finance is, I'm going to discuss in detail later on, the profit and wealth maximization. That means maximize your profit. How do you maximize the profit? Maximize your sales, minimize your cost. Am I right? How can you maximize the profit? Maximize the sales?
And minimize the cost.
Minimize the cost. That should be the major objective of finance. And interdependence, it is on its own based on the accounting rules and principle. And this is based on, I can say it is the extension of accounting. So this is the basic, that is why I put centralization. Centralization means the power lies in one hand. Okay. Now, as we have seen what is financial management, effective, efficient utilization of finance to achieve the objective. Now we look into the definition of financial management. You know, if you take any organization, there are 5 major departments. One is finance, other one is HR, the third one is marketing, then sales, production. So marketing and sales, okay, marketing, production and research. Now you must understand one thing, no department in the organization can function without finance. Yes or no? Can any department function without finance? Can any department function without finance?
No, sir.
No, it is not possible. That is why we say financial management is the integral part of overall management. Finance managers should be like a watchdog. The most popular and acceptable definitions of financial management are: financial management deals with the procurement of funds and effective utilization in the business, where you're going to get the fund and how you're going to use the fund. Financial management is concerned with raising the financial resource. It can be a long term or a short term. And not only raising, how you're going to utilize the funds. And most, it is not just enough. The third definition says that it is not just enough you raise the funds or procure the funds. Put all the available funds, get the best advantage. And when you put all the funds together, your advantage should be the long-term point of view. Long-term point of view. So in short, I can say financial management is mainly concerned with effective funds management in the business. And one academic study, the branch of the academic study, we call it as a corporate finance. Now, everybody is clear with what is financial management. Somebody asks you, what is financial management? Immediately it should come to your mind, procurement of funds, utilization of funds. Procurement of funds, utilization of funds. Why you have to do this more efficiently and effectively? To achieve the long-term objectives of the organization. Now, are you very clear with what is financial management?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the next one. What is the nature of financial management? First one is a financial activity. What do you mean by financial activity? Procurement of funds is a financial activity. Then raising the finance, where you're going to raise long term, short term. Long term is what? Through shares, by issuing of shares by the company. Short term is all from the small finances you take for the interest. Next, the third important nature of financial management is where you're going to invest this finance, in what you're going. See, you invest the finance, which will reap you the better return. So when we talk about the return, there is also a risk involved. That is why I said risk and return are the two sides of the coin. Okay, then automatically what you do or procurement utilization of funds, it should be object oriented. What type of finance you're going to use, then how one department is related with finance. See, you must understand that All the 5 departments that are working in any organization are not dependent, but they are interdependent. One department cannot, which I'm going to explain to you in very detail at the later slide. So just know the basic. One department cannot function without the support of the other department. So one department has to depend on the other department. That is what production, marketing, sales, HR, research. So which I'm going to show you a very good chart in the coming slides. The third, the next one is dynamic. Dynamic is changing. Every day changes come. You should accept the change, but you should not resist the change. If you want to really succeed or you want your company to be on the top 5 or top 10, whatever the changes come, you should accept the changes, but not resist the change. Okay. The next important point requires proper planning and control. Yeah. Can anyone brief me?
So what's the difference between accepting and resisting the change, sir?
Okay. Suppose I bring a change to you. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
I give an example. I'm just bringing a change in some academic thing. Immediately, what you say, oh, very good, nice. What is that? Accepting, right?
Yes, sir.
Suddenly you say, why should I accept this? No use to me. That is, you're resisting to the change.
Going against, you're saying that going against to the...
Not going against. You are not going against. You are not accepting it.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yes.
So when you're not accepting it, what happens? You may develop into so many constraints. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The next point, it says that requires proper planning and control. Why finance requires proper planning and control? Anyone? Anyone? We have learned so much.
Because, sir, if we don't plan our finance, then we would spend money and will in a short term we'll run out of funds.
Okay. Any different any other points?
People can cheat.
People can cheat. Okay. Next. Okay, good. That's all. Very simple. Proper planning and controlling is required because you don't know where your money goes and where your money is coming from. So you should have a proper planning and control. The next very important point I'm going to discuss. What is that is? People say managing finance is an art and science. Why do people say like that? Anyone?
So, managing finances a science because like you need knowledge for it, and it's a knack which not everyone get it immediately.
Okay, any other point? See, I will say finance as an art because managing money is a difficult skill to master. You accept or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In fact, if you don't know how to use it properly, it can be ending up with hurting you instead of helping you. In finance, you have to know a lot of different things. You should predict the stock market, whether it's going up or down. It's all a skill. But why I say finance as a science is all the data that you have is an hard data. All the HARD, it is called hard data. So managing finance is both science and art, because it's something mostly on mathematics and statistics that are guided by the finance theory. That is why I say it is a science. And why I say, put it in the simple term, the art is, it's a human behavior side. Predicting, interacting, behaving in an economic situation. All this, I say it as an art. Are you clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the last point you have to do, because it is required by the law, the Companies Act. As per the Companies Act 19, 2013, managing finance is very important, and you have to file the income tax as per the income tax rules. All the shares, everything has to be done as per the law. So it is a legal requirement. So these are all the various natures of financial management. Now, I'm talking to you about two aspects of finance. Or can you tell me what are the two aspects which I've told you about financial management? What are the two major aspects of financial management?
Sir, assets and liabilities.
No. That is account. That is for managing your accounts. For financial management, I told two aspects.
Risk and return.
Risk and return is one part, man. Basic thing I told you. Just now I told you. Yeah, anyway, it's okay. The key aspects of financial management is what? I've repeated so many times. Procurement of funds. What is the other one?
Effective
Utilization of
funds.
fund.
Utilization of funds. Now, when you talk about, I want to brief on this, little bit brief on this. The fund can be obtained from the various source, like long-term source or short-term source. What are the long-term source? By issuing shares, by taking a term loan. This is all long-term source for the company. We are talking everything not from the individual, from the company. What is the short-term source? You get a bank finance, you get some credit, trade credit, you get some short-term advance. All these terms are very self-explanatory. You all would have known about these terms. Now, if you take all this, how we are going to make effective utilization of funds? Either you invest or you take an investment decision. What do you mean by investment decision? Investing in a fixed asset where you get the benefit after the few years. Now, when the funds are procured from the various sources, each fund will have a different characteristics in terms of risk, cost, and control. Whereas when you utilize the fund or invest the fund in the different types of asset, every asset will not yield you a same return, will not have the same risk. Every fund will yield a different risk, a different rate of return, ROI. Whatever you put in, whatever you take it back, that is return on investment. The main objective of procurement of funds is to minimize the cost of funds. To get I'm just going to type two words. Why you do procurement of funds and why you do the utilization of funds. So I'm just going to type, you can just see procurement of funds is mainly done to minimize the cost of funds. Whereas, why proper utilization of funds has to be done? To maximize Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very simple. Okay. Then we tell that how you're going to occur the own funds or you're going to take some loans or something. So these are the two major key aspect of financial management. Just I want to tell, because utilization, you can see the procurement of funds from where you procure the funds. Owner's fund, owner is the shareholders. You take from commercial bank. Venture capital. What do you mean by venture capital? Anyone? What do you mean by a venture capital? What do you mean by a venture capital? Have you heard about this word called venture capital? What is venture capital?
In
It is a capital.
infrastructure.
No, it is a capital which is going to provide for a startup. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Venture capital is something for a startup. Then what is angel financing? Anyone has heard about this word, angel financing? The angel financing. It is one-time investment. And this is generally given for the people who are called HNI client. What is HNI? High net worth individual. They are business angels, business magnets. But these angel finance, they give a backup for the small business in exchange for the equity shares. So this is mainly, it's one-time investment which is given for the business magnate and business giants. Okay, that is angels financing. Then you know what is hire purchase? What is hire purchase? What is hire purchase? What is hire purchase financing? What is hire purchase? When a buyer wants to buy something and when he cannot afford the asked price for any item in a lump sum, he can give it as an EMI. That is called hire purchase. It's clear or not? You buy a TV. The TV cost 1 lakh. You cannot pay 1 lakh at that time. So every month, along with the interest, you pay the money. That is called hire purchase. It's clear or not?
Yes, sir. It's just like installment, right, sir?
Installment, yeah. Then what is leasing?
Taking as a rent, taking for
What is
rent.
the leasing?
Taking for rent for a long period of time.
No. You suppose I have a land. Rogan comes and asks me, sir, I want that land. I will use the certain fixed asset for a particular contractual period for which I will pay the owner. You understand or not? The owner is,
So
see, the owner will be I am, but Rogan will be using my land, paying me. That is called leasing.
that's the rent only, sir. Taking
No,
for rent only.
that is the rent is different, man. You use it. See, leasing is, see, I got some agricultural land, right? Rogan comes and asks me, sir, I want for the lease that land. I will give you 15 lakhs. So you'll give me 15 lakhs. Whatever the income he gets from that agricultural land, he will take it. You understand or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is
As
called
long
lease.
you will be at the 15 lakhs, no, sir, in lease.
He will pay me.
Oh,
See, instead of he will pay me 15 lakhs and whatever the income comes, he will take it. And where they sign something called a lease agreement. Got it? Hello?
yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Sir, what's the difference between venture capital and angel financing, sir?
Venture capital is for a startup. You just want to start a business, they'll give you venture capital. Angel financing is for a big giant. It is a one-time
Okay.
investment. One-time investment.
Okay.
You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Sir, in
So,
venture
sir,
capital also, they will ask for shares of the company, no, sir?
No, 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 no. Only you have to give some security, that's all. Not the share.
Oh.
It can be anything. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
So
Now, when
then
you
the difference between leasing and buying would be buying, they'll get the full
buying
ownership.
buying the ownership will be transferred. In leasing, ownership will not be transferred.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now, scope and significance of financial management. One, necessity. Financial management is essential wherever the funds are involved. Wherever the funds are involved, financial management is necessity. It can be a planned economy, that is where money plays an important role. Financial management also plays a vital role. Okay. Then the second one is pervasiveness. What is all type of organization? It can, first of all, you must know what are the different types or size of the business. You have a large scale, medium scale, small scale, ancillary, tiny sector. What is a large scale? It is more than 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, all that. Medium is something is more than 5 lakhs, between 10 lakhs. Small scale is less than 1 lakh. Tiny and ancillary is like between 50 and 1 lakh. And tiny is very, very small. You take any type of organization, financial management is must. There should be financial management to know what is happening in the everyday, what is happening, the day-to-day affairs. To know the day-to-day affairs, you should know financial management. Then primacy. I told you take any department. I told this in the beginning. You take any department in the organization, finance is a primary department. No department in the organization can function without finance department. Okay. Now, I have just left one more thing which I just forgot to type. Evolution of, I just going through an article yesterday. I just want to tell you this. Evolution of financial management. The first phase that you have in evolution is, we call it as the traditional phase. I'm just adding this. Like this, I'll add some new things also. I will update things. What happens in this phase is some occasional events like merger, two firms merge together. One firm takes over the other company, acquisition, liquidation. The company, suppose the assets are more, liabilities are more, and the assets are less. The company will give something called an IP, insolvency petition. I cannot run the company. So the court will take the control over the company, and the court says, we are filing a IP petition against you, insolvent. In Tamil, if you know, they'll say something called manja notice. They'll give a manja notice. Manja notice says, I cannot run the company anymore. So the court will take the full control of the company. Whatever the asset is there, they'll realize and start settling the liability. That is called liquidation. So primarily, decision making is toward the shareholders and the lenders. The next phase that you have is called transitional phase. Transitional, that is transit we say. What happened? Financial management was considered to meet day-to-day decision making requirement of the top level managers. Here, what happened? People started doing like analyzing the fund. Where should I get the fund? How the fund should be applied? Where the fund we should get? If I get the fund there, how much interest should I pay? If I get the fund from there, do I face the risk? This will start analyzing. And I told you about the financial planning and control. That is the term where they have a better financial planning and control during the transitional phase. And the last one that you have is the modern phase. In the modern phase, can anyone guess what can be in the modern phase from whatever you have understood? What is the modern phase? It is going to be totally supportive and facilitative function. What do you mean by that? It is not only the top management, but for all the levels of management. You started going for your investments, merger, you try to do everything according to your financial discipline, all that. Okay, so in modern phase, if we now at present, what financial management that we are learning is, it is both supportive and facilitative function. So when I say supportive and facilitative function, it is something that where you are going to understand completely a financial decision taken by the top level management that will be delegated to the people who are in the lower level management, and complete financial discipline and control is there. So this is what we are learning in the modern management. It's clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Could you brief again, sir?
Yeah?
Can
please
you
tell
brief
me
again?
about all
Can
the
you
three
brief
phases.
again? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, traditional phase, primarily a decision making, it is a relation between shareholders and lender alone. Are you clear? Because every day what you want to do, that traditional phase. In transitional phase, not only that, you start analyzing the fund, how this fund comes, where the fund comes, should we have a proper planning and control. In modern phase, it's totally supportive and facilitative. That means you take a proper decision where to invest. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, this is the objectives or goals of financial, very important. Profit maximization, wealth maximization. So, I don't suddenly remember. Who's the internal component coordinator?
Sir, me, Apurv,
Huh?
and that.
Approve Mathur.
Sir, Apurv.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
on Monday, I'll complete unit 1. Okay. Immediately after unit 1, I will forward a question to you for a DA1.
Okay, sir.
And you have to post it in the group. Till now, Moodle is not ready. Let them do the answer leisurely at their own will and pressure. They can write the answer and keep. Once the Moodle is ready, they have to upload the answer before 2nd February, on or before 2nd February, 10 p.m. Okay, approve?
Okay, sir.
On Monday, immediately after the class, I'll be sending the DA1 question to you. DA1 will be based on application question. DA2 will be based on the case study. And before that, I will teach you one case study. Now, so anyway, we are meeting on Monday. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. No happy weekend. Because of Corona.
Happy weekend to you, sir.
Happy weekend to you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. How do you find, am I too fast or too slow, or you're able to understand, or the level is very simple, or where level is very high? What do you say?
Sir, it's perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How do you,
sir.
Perfect, sir.
how do you find? Shall we go with the same speed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's perfect, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So thank you so much. See you on Monday. But I will not wish you have a happy weekend. Anyway, I said happy weekend, but you have to be safe and be in your house because it's spreading fast. I don't know in what way it's spreading fast, but you have to stay safe, stay healthy. Enjoyment will not go anywhere. Enjoyment is always there, but it is only a temporary break. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes,
only
sir.
it's
Yes,
only a
sir.
temporary. They are not going to close any malls. They are not going to close any beaches. They are not going to close because my guys know when it comes to Saturday, they cannot stay in their home. Am I true or not?